I'm just placing blocks here because if you have blocks at home, there might be like one or two things. Well, I hopefully will get to where you might want to use blocks, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Okay, let's start in child's pose today. Knees can be wider than hips. Start to just kind of sink the hips back towards the heels. Allow the forehead to rest on the ground. And you can kind of relax your arms for a second, mm, either out in front of you or down by your sides. Take a big inhale breath through the nose. And then open mouth exhale, audible exhale. Big inhale. Allow the breath to expand the low ribs, the back to rise. And exhale out the mouth. Inhale. And exhale. Now start to press the palms into the floor. Maybe spread the fingers wide. So much so that the forearms start to lift up off the ground. So you're really activating through the arms. Now start to shrug the shoulders away from the ears, activating those big lat muscles, pulling the shoulders onto the back. Now from here, pressing into the palms, start to shift the hips towards the right heel. And then shift the hips towards the left heel. You can start to lift the forehead off the ground as you just shift right to left, right to left. Maybe you start to kind of get a little stretch down the side body. Start to engage the core. Maybe lift the belly off the thighs as you shift right, left, to right, left. You can start to tuck the tailbone under, kind of rounding the back like cat pose a little bit more. Now hold to the right. As you hold the hips towards the right side, I want you to shift the right hip towards the back of the right wrist. So you're kind of doing a little circle. Now shift the left hip to the back of the left wrist. So you're almost in this up dog or cobra pose. And then shift the left hip over towards the left heel. Let's take that again to the right hip over right heel. Right hip towards the back of the right wrist, and left heel. And then switch directions. You can start to move a little bit faster or slower through this big circle. Just kind of waking up all four corners of those hips. And then if you want, you can switch directions again, do a couple more circles. Whatever feels good. I like this because you also can kind of wake up the wrists a little bit as you shift forward. I have a lot of cracking and popping going around in my body. Just kind of feel your way into it. Nice. Let's meet on our hands and knees. I'm going to adjust shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. Now I want you to shift forward so the shoulders come over the fingertips and then shift back. Put a little bit more pressure into those hands. Getting ready for plank down dog. And then maybe start to take those circles that we were doing before around the wrists. And then switch. And let's take the fingertips towards the outside of the mat. Same thing, circle it around. And switch directions. And then bring it back to center. Flip the palms over so the middle fingers are facing in towards each other. Start to think cat pose, dome out the upper back. And at the top, start to pull the fingers in towards the palms like you're making a fist on the ground. Good. Now from here, roll up onto the knuckles like you're punching the ground with the hands. And then carefully roll back onto the back of the wrists. Start to maybe straighten those elbows back out. And then if you want, you can move a little bit faster, up and down, up and down. But if that's really uncomfortable, feel free to skip it. You can even kind of relax the fists a little bit as you rock the back of the hands onto the ground. Whatever feels good. 2 and 1. Now flip the palms back. So just shift the weight towards the heels, maybe lightly lifting the palms up off the ground. I do like to spend a little extra time warming up my wrists in class. You'll notice I do it basically in every single class. I tend to have I I had bad wrists growing up, too much gymnastics. So I am just very aware that I need to do that for myself. Good. And then flip it back into your neutral position. I'm going to lift my heels towards my glutes and just circle out my ankles, maybe a little wiggle side to side. And then tuck all 10 toes under, start to shift the hips back towards the heels, waking up the bottoms of the feet. And then also you can start to maybe play around with lifting the knees up off the ground into that hovering tabletop position. Maybe walk the hands closer to the knees and roll over towards the heels, almost like you're doing a malasana or low squats. Nice. Now from here, see if you can sit back on those heels. Maybe you need to take the feet just a little bit wider. See, you can play around with the angle of the feet. Maybe you need to take the toes slightly out, but see if you can kind of keep them a little bit more forward for this next one. And you can play around with how close or wide those feet are. Now, I want you to kind of lift the hips halfway, tuck the right toes under, and then start to sink back down into that squatting position to open up the front of that ankle. So you have a major plantar flexion on the right side and a major dorsiflexion on the left side. And lift the hips up halfway, untuck the right toes, tuck the left toes under. So you have a major plantar flexion and a major dorsiflexion switched on sides. Good. And then lift the hips up halfway, untuck the left toes back into that squatting position. Walk the hands forward onto those hands and knees, keeping those toes tucked under. Lift the knees into that hovering tabletop. I want you to engage through the core, press the ground away with the palms. We're just going to walk forward to the top of the mat, maybe 2 or 3 steps, and then walk to the back of the mat. Keeping those knees nice and low, I want you to think about having a book or a block or something balanced on your back, and I want you to drop the book. Now, what if you took that book and you put it on your hips? Would that book slide off? Are you rocking your hips a lot side to side? See if you can quiet that rocking and just walk forward and back a few times. I know, you feel a little bit silly, but feeling silly is important too. Good, 3, 2, and meet me back in the middle of your mat. Step the right foot straight back and then the left foot straight back. Find your plank position. Now from here, hollow out the upper back, shift forward onto the tips of the toes and shift back. Maybe as you shift forward, the shoulders come in front of fingertips. For 2 and 1, shift into downward facing dog and just pedal it out right, left, getting into those calves, back of the legs. Start to press the ground away with the palms to lengthen the back. Lift the tailbone up towards the sky. Good. And then tiptoe the feet towards the top of the mat. Take an inhale, half lifts. Exhale, fold. Now bend the knees, soften through the knees, and just roll up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands, heart center, Samasthiti. Inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. Nice. Now we're going to play around with this warm-up that I've been doing the last couple days, last couple times that we've met, that I'm really enjoying. So it kind of looks like this. You're going to step back with the left foot into your high lunge. I want you to really press down into the right heel. Stretch the left heel back and then shift a little bit more forward. So as you're pressing the heel back, you're also kind of pressing forward so that that heel is over the toe creases. Good. Now from here, I want you to dive your forehead towards your knee, pulling the belly in at the same time. Thinking cat pose. Now inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky, connect the palms, and then lightly drop the left knee down to the ground. In your low lunge, I want you to curve your heart up towards the sky. Exhale, start to shift back into your half splits. Your right leg doesn't have to be all the way straight. And you don't necessarily have to bring your hands to the ground, but you can for support. Flex those toes up towards the nose. Inhale, and then exhale. As you shift forward, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, stand all the way up into your single leg mountain. Nice. Drop the left foot down about hip distance apart, sink into an active squat. Sink back, pull the belly in, hips back, reach forward. Inhale, rise to the top. Now step the right foot to the back of the mat into your high crescent lunge, all in asana. Remember, we're pressing through the left heel. We're shifting forward to put weight in that heel, but we're also actively pressing that right heel back. But when you look at it, the heel is over the toe creases. Inhale. Exhale, dive the forehead down towards the knee. Pull the belly in. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Press the palms together. Lightly drop the right knee down. Curve the heart up towards the sky. Just warming up the spine, little back bend. Exhale, shift back. Doesn't have to come all the way straight into our half splits, Ardha Hanumasana. And then as we shift forward, inhale, tuck back toes, lift back knee, rise up, right knee into chest. Step the right foot down, active squat. Inhale to the top. Okay, we're going to repeat that 4 times. We're going to do it a little bit faster. Left foot steps to back of mat. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, pull forehead to knee. Inhale, sweep up, drop knee, low crescent lunge, lift heart to sky. Exhale, shift back, half splits. Inhale, rise to the top, pull left knee into chest. Exhale, sink down, active squat. Inhale, rise to the top. Exhale, step right foot to back of mat. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, pull forehead into knee. Inhale, reach arms up to sky, drop right knee, curve heart up towards sky. Exhale, shift back, half splits. Inhale, shift forward, lift right knee to chest. Exhale, sink down, active squat. Inhale, rise to the top. Exhale, switch sides, left foot back. Inhale, lift chest. Exhale, pull forehead to knee. Inhale, drop knee, lift chest, curve heart up. Exhale, shift back, half splits. Inhale, rise to top, pull left knee to chest. Exhale, sink down, active squat, reach forward, hips back. Inhale, rise to top. Exhale, step right foot back of mat. Inhale, lift chest. Exhale, pull belly in, forehead touches knee. Inhale, rise the arms up, drop right knee. Exhale, shift back, half splits. Inhale, shift forward, pull right knee to chest. Exhale, sink down, active squat. Inhale, rise to the top. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale. Exhale, hands down by your sides. Mountain pose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips, finding your forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Step those feet back into your high plank for me. Drop down to your knees first, chaturanga, elbows graze the side body. Shift forward, up dog or cobra, roll the shoulders back. Sink back into your child's pose. Inhale, exhale. Shift forward onto those forearms for me. Keeping those elbows behind the wrists. Tuck all 10 toes and find your hovering bear pose. So instead of hovering tabletop, we have our forearms down. Nice. Now from here, we're going to press into the palms. We're going to shift forward into plank. Now let's see if we can drop both forearms at the same time, bend knees. Shift forward, plank. And then we're going to do that a few times for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. In that hovering bear pose. Now we'll lift the hips up towards the sky. Find your dolphin. Pedal it out, right, left, right, left. Walk the feet up towards the hands until you can't get them any closer. You need to straighten the arms forward, fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Nice job. Roll it up or reverse swan dive to the top. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. All right, team. Step the left foot to the back of the mat. Find your high lunge. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, dive the forehead down towards the knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Drop the left knee. Low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Nice. Now, from here, reach the left arm forward. We're going to lift the left toes. Find your Ardha Chandrasana, our revolved half moon. Nice job. Now, from here, I want you to take the left knee and bring it to the outside of the right ankle for your Shiva squat. Take it back up. Take it down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now from here, pull the left knee into chest, rise up into single leg mountain. Left arm rises as well. Now we're going to pull the left arm towards the back of the mat, finding a revolved twist. Right hand can come and tap the knee, or you can extend the foot, tap the foot. Send it back into our revolved Ardha Chandrasana, nice and slow. Left hand down, right arm up. Beautiful. Step the left foot to the back of the mat, drop the left knee, rise the arms up into your low lunge. Kickstand the left leg off the mat to the right side and reach the left hand to the back of the mat for what I'm going to call our supported side plank. You can start to lift the right toes off the mat, engaging the outside of the oblique. Good. Now look down at the mat. See if you can keep that left wrist underneath the left shoulder. Drop the right foot down to the ground and press it into the floor. We're going to come into our side plank, pulling the left knee into the chest. Good. Now, if that's not for you, you just stay in your supported side plank. Kick that left foot forward, maybe reach for the toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now see if you can drop the left hip down towards the ground, lift it back up. Maybe think about that right hip point lifting higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull the left knee to the back of the left tricep. Lower that left shin down. Again, see if you can hover the right toes off the ground. Nice. Step the right foot inside left foot. Stand it up, left knee into chest. Single leg mountain. Beautiful. Send it into that revolved half moon. Right hand comes down, standing split. From here, just take your top of the head, just allow it to kind of reach for the ground. Nice. Okay, pull the left knee to the back of the left tricep. Pull the forehead in towards the knee. Take it back up. Maybe lift the right heel as you do so. So we're not quite coming into a Shiva squat. I want you to focus more into the core. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step the left foot to the back of the mat. Step the right foot to the back of the mat. Lower the knees if you want, chaturanga. Shift forward, up dog or cobra. Roll through the low belly, downward facing dog. Nice job. Tiptoe the feet to the top of the mat. I know you're facing the back of the mat. If you want to turn around, you can. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive or roll it all the way to the top. Inhale. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, rise it all the way up to the sky. Step the right foot to the back of the mat. Finding your crescent lunge. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, dive the forehead down to the knee. Inhale, rise the arms up to the sky. Lower the right knee down to the ground. Curve the heart up to the sky. Exhale, shift back, half splits. From here, reach the right arm forward. Lift the right toes off the ground, finding your revolved Ardha Chandrasana. Maybe you're not quite warmed up enough and you need to keep this left knee bent. You can do that, or you can start to straighten it out. Start to curve that left rib cage back. Now from here, I want you to bend the right knee. Start to take the right knee to the outside of the left ankle and send it back up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now from here, pull the right knee in towards the chest, rise it all the way up into single leg mountain, and start to reach the right arm to the sky. Reach the right arm towards the top of your mat, so twist it open. Left hand can tap the knee or extend the right toes, reach out for the right toes. Send it back, revolving back into your revolved Ardha Chandrasana. Nice. We're going to step the right foot to the back of the mat, coming back down into our low lunge. We're going to kickstand the right leg off the mat. So that's the left side of your mat right now. Right hand reaches towards what was the front of your mat. Maybe it's the back of your mat now. And then we're going to come into our supported side plank. Option to lift those left toes up off the ground. Challenging your oblique here. Look down, make sure the hand is underneath the right shoulder. Plant the left foot, really press that left foot into the ground. See if you can pull the right knee to the chest for a side plank. Excellent. Extra challenge, reach the right toes forward, maybe tap the toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then maybe add a hip dip, lowering the hips. Lift that left hip point higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull the right knee to the back of the right tricep. Look down. Lower that right shin down. See if you can lift those left toes up. Step the left foot inside the right hand. Rise all the way up, right knee to chest. Exhale, step the right foot down. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Nice. Standing split, right toes rise. Pull the right knee in towards the nose. So instead of a Shiva squat, you're thinking crunch, a standing crunch. You can lift the left heel if you want to add a little extra. Send it back up to the sky. Pull it in for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. So pulling that right knee in, step it to the back of the mat. Step the left foot to the back of the mat. Option to drop the knees, chaturanga. Shift forward, up dog or cobra. Roll through the low belly, downward facing. Nice job, team. Okay, from here, in our downward facing dog, see if you can pull the elbows behind the wrists so that the eyes of the elbows start to kind of rotate to the top of the mat. You can look forward. See if you can lower the forearms down into dolphin and pop them back up. So not wide, but narrow. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Shift forward into plank. Remember those hovering tabletops we did? So this time I want you to bend the knees, shift back, but don't tap the elbows. Just let them hover. And then shift forward into plank. Hover, plank. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holds. Elbows are pulling in. You're activating right here underneath the armpits. Your triceps are on fire. Maybe your legs are starting to fire up. 3, 2, 1. Shift forward into plank. Send it back into downward facing dog. Nice, team. Okay, you can tiptoe to the top of the mat, jump, step, or float, whatever you want. Land those feet. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive to the top. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot to the back of the mat. High crescent lunge. Exhale, pull the forehead in towards the knee. Inhale, lift the arms, palms together, drop left knee, lift heart. Exhale, send it back into half splits. Shift forward, reach the left arm forward, rise into your revolved half moon. 1 Shiva squat, pull that left knee outside right ankle. Send it back up to the top. Revolve, pulling the left knee into the chest. Maybe extend that left leg out, reach the right hand for the left foot. Send it back down into that revolved Ardha Chandrasana. Step the left foot to the back of the mat, rise up into low lunge. Keep cartwheeling the arms. Kickstand left leg, left hand reaches for the back of the mat. Supported side plank. Lower the right foot, pull left knee to chest. 1 kick, reach for that left foot. Maybe hold on to it and pull it forward. Drop that left hip down towards the ground. 1 time. Pull left knee to the back of the left tricep. Lower left shin with control. Lift the right toes, step inside left foot. Rise all the way, single leg mountain. Left knee to chest. Send it straight into standing split this time. Left toes up towards the sky. Nice. Lift the right heel nice and high. Pull left knee in towards nose. Find a crunch. Send it back up, standing split. This time, sweep the left toes all the way through into a single leg toe stand, kind of like a piston squat. Send it all the way back up into your standing split. Pull the left knee to the back of the left tricep. Let's see if you can shoot the right foot back into your plank. Left toes reach back. Maybe they float. Chaturanga. Shift forward, up dog or cobra. Roll through the low belly. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees. Look forward. Jump, hop, step, or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive to the top. Inhale. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, step the right foot to the back of the mat, finding your high crescent lunge. Inhale, lift chest. To exhale, pull forehead in towards knee. Inhale, rise the arms, drop the right knee, low lunge. Exhale, shift back, half splits. Inhale, shift forward, land right hand, maybe 6 inches in front of the left foot, rising into that revolved Ardha Chandrasana.
One Shiva squat, pulling right knee outside left ankle. Rise it up. Pull right knee into chest as you revolve to a standing twist. Maybe kick right foot out, tap it with left hand. Send it back into that revolved Ardha Chandrasana. Step it to the back of the mat, find that low lunge again. Keep revolving your arms. Kickstand the right leg, right hand lands at what used to be the top of your mat, finding your supported side plank. Land left foot, pull right knee into chest. Kick right foot out, maybe tap the foot. Maybe you want to reach it up towards the top of your mat. Then one hip dip. Drop the hip down. Whoop. Drop the hip down and up. Nice job. Pull right knee to the back of the right tricep. Hold. Lower right shin. Lift left foot. Step left foot inside right hand. Immediately rise into single leg mountain, pull right knee to chest. Send it into standing split, right toes rise. Lift the left heel, pull the right knee in towards chest. Find that crunch. Send it back up to the sky. This time, as you find that crunch, see if you can kick the right leg all the way through into a single leg toe stand, kind of like a piston squat. Send it all the way back up towards the sky into standing split. This time, pull the right knee to the back of the right tricep. See if you can shoot the left leg back, landing in your plank or chaturanga. Right toes float back. Shoot forward, up dog or cobra. Roll through the low belly, downward facing dog. All right, team. How are we feeling? I gotta check the time real quick. Okay. So there's like a million more places that I would like to say that you can take a little rest. But I was having all these technical difficulties, and I want to make sure we get a good cool down. So we're just going to end it right there. Maybe on Tuesday, we'll take this flow to the next level. Hitting some crow, maybe like a floating chaturanga. I don't know. I'll go a little crazy next time. Okay, so let's hit our seat. I'm going to have you take the right foot forward, pull the left knee in. Plant the right hand, take the left arm up towards the sky. This is our Marichiasana, so you want to pull the left shoulder inside the left knee, reaching either for the inside or the outside of the right foot. If this left foot's a little too in, you won't be able to kind of get it, so you want your left foot to be a little bit off center, right in front of that sits bone. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Pulling that forehead to knee. Now, if you want, you can start to tuck the right hand behind the back. Keep pulling that left knee in towards the left shoulder. And then if you want, you can wrap the left arm around the left shin to see if you can meet the right hands behind the back. Maybe you find a bind. But you don't have to find the bind. And release. Bring it all the way up to the top. Step the left foot up and over. We'll take a twist. Land the left hand, right arm lifts. Exhale, pull right elbow outside the left IT band. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist. Beautiful. Now, I want you to kind of lift this left leg in towards the chest. You can keep the right leg straight or bend it in, whatever's comfortable. Now, two options. You can wrap the arms underneath the calf muscle and kind of rock it side to side like a baby. You can hook the right elbow around the left foot and then hug it in this way and rock side to side. I'm just kind of doing a seated pigeon-like pose just to kind of open up those hips. Whatever is more comfortable and more opening for you today. All right. Then if you want to play around with it, you can pull that left leg up and over the high on the tricep. Maybe plant the hands, see if you can lift the right hip off the ground. Hover. Woo! That's a lot of core. Play around with it. Maybe lift up and down a few times. See how long you can hold it. Nice. All right, switch sides. Take that left foot forward. Pull the right heel in towards the right hip. Plant the left hand, right arm lifts up towards the sky. And then reach forward, right shoulder inside your right knee. Keep magnetizing that right knee in towards the shoulder. Grab the inside or the outside of the foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Trying to pull that forehead in towards knee. If you want, you can tuck the left hand behind the back. Keep trying to magnetize the right knee in towards the right shoulder. Then release the right hand around the front of the shin. Maybe the hands can meet behind the back for a bind. Maybe not, and that's fine. And then release. We'll step the right foot up and over the top. Plant the right hand, left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, pull left elbow outside right IT band. Then when you're ready, you can uncurl. And pull that right knee in towards the chest. You can wrap the arms around the bottom of the calf muscle. You can kind of like pull the right heel into the elbow crook of the left elbow. And then just kind of move around here and whatever feels good in your hip. I like little circles, rocks. Just kind of getting that pigeon-like pose to open the hip. Another fun variation that we do a lot in class is like a compass. Kind of get the back of that hamstring one more time. Feel free to do that as well if you'd like. But today, I wanted to play around with this. So hook the right leg high on the back of the right tricep. Plant the hands and just play around with lifting the hips up off the ground. Holding as long as you can. And just go up, down a few times. Really focusing on that core. Those tucks that we did in your standing split is the same kind of tucking feeling that you need to lift those hips up off the ground. And once you've had enough fun with that, you can bring the bottoms of the feet together. Inhale, interlace the fingers. Take the hands underneath the feet. And then I want you to use your feet to pull the hands down to the ground. Lift the chest so that your shoulders are being pulled away from the ears. Find that extra length in the neck. And then take a little right, left head down. And then if you want, you can exhale, fold. Maybe you want to press your elbows on the insides of the thighs. Give yourself a little extra stretch. One more breath. And then release. We'll make our way onto our backs for a couple twists on the floor. Take the right knee into the chest. Start to interlace the fingers around the shin. Roll out that right ankle. And start to kick that heel towards the sky. Maybe grab onto the back of the right hamstring, or if you're really flexible, you can grab onto the toe. Now, to give it a little something extra, start to reach the left heel out straight, pressing the back of the heel into the ground. That'll make this hamstring opener a little more intense. Try not to let the back of the hips come up off the ground. Try to keep them square. Again, you can just grab the back of the hamstring if you want, or grab the foot. And then allow the right leg to cross the body. You can either keep it bent as it crosses or keep it straight. But I want you to keep the right shoulder on the ground. So don't let it come up off the ground. If it's way up here in the sky, you can use a pillow or a block or a stack of books to put the leg on to keep this right shoulder on the ground. Now, if you're super flexible, you can also take the left hand on the outside of the thigh and press the thigh down to increase the stretch. Gaze over right shoulder. And then when you're ready, you can make it back to center or hang out a little bit longer, whatever you need. Right foot down, left knee comes into chest. Interlace the fingers around the left shin, pulling that left knee in and roll out the ankle. And then you can grab the back of the hamstring and start to extend the left heel up towards the sky. Maybe kick and bend a few times. Maybe you want to start to grab the left big toe if you have really open hamstrings. Now, to give yourself a little challenge, start to straighten the right leg out, pressing the right heel into the floor. Maybe you want to keep that kick dynamic stretch going. Maybe you want to hold. You want to grab the back of the hamstring. Yeah, whatever. Giving you lots of options here. If you do have a hold of that toe, you might notice that your left shoulder is way off the ground so that you can reach that toe. See if you can pull that shoulder back down. When you're ready, you can add the twist, straight leg or bent leg, allowing that leg to cross the body. Try not to let the left shoulder come up off the ground. You can use the right hand on the outside of the thigh to increase the stretch. Gaze over the left shoulder. When you're ready, make your way back to center. Do any last little poses that you feel that you might need. Maybe you want to do a back bend, a heart opener. Maybe you want to do another hip opener like happy baby, restful pigeon. Maybe you need to do a couple more twists. Feel free to take whatever it is that your body needs to complete your practice. Okay, team. So make your way into Shavasana. Take a couple of minutes here to just start to relax the body, connect with your breath. Try to spend at least a good 2 minutes here.